Alright, now these are Nothing's all new premium truly wireless. The Nothing Ear 2. And at a price tag of $150 or rupees 10,000 here in India, they are not cheap by any means. This also means that Nothing has increased this level of competition because right now it's competing with the likes of already established truly wireless, such as the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2, the OnePlus Buds Pro, the Oppo Enco X2, and of course the Apple AirPods. Now, with all of that competition, what has Nothing done that really sets it apart from the competition? Hi, so I've been using these buds for almost 3 weeks now, and there are some things about it that are crystal clear. Starting off with the design itself. Now, similar to all of Nothing's products, you get a transparent case here with minor improvements over its predecessor. The case is now slightly slimmer and lighter, while the buds themselves feel a bit taller, while also shedding some weight. Also, Nothing claims that they're using a more high quality plastic this time around, which should theoretically offer less scratches on the case. But I say theoretically because already in my 3 weeks of usage, it's pretty scuffed up, and this is just normal usage, nothing extreme. Now, the buds here get an IP54 rating, which is a definite improvement over the IPX4 rating that the previous generation had. That being said, it only means that it can survive a couple of water splashes and is definitely shy of the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro's IPX7 rating. But again, do keep in mind that Samsung's Pro offering is a lot more expensive. And for the price, the IP54 rating on the Nothing Ear 2 is still pretty good. Also, the buds themselves feel quite comfortable inside the ear. They're quite lightweight, have a snug fit, which means you can easily wear them for extended sessions without any issues. Now, moving on to pairing them, there's support for Google Fast Pair on Android devices. Alternatively, for iPhones or other Bluetooth connections, you can just press and hold the pairing button on the side. There's support for Bluetooth version 5.3, which is always welcome. Also, as for the app, you can use the Nothing X app to customize the earbuds experience. And trust me when I say this, you have to install the application for using these buds. I mean, with most truly wireless, you can just get by without having to install their companion app ever. And I mean, sure, with the Nothing also, theoretically, you can get by without having to install the companion app. But the companion app makes the experience so much better. The personalized sound profile feature here is crucial to defining your audio experience since it properly tunes it to your liking. I'll be very upfront with you guys. I am a flag bearer of applications that Jabra and Sony make when it comes to their, applications for their truly wireless. And I dare say that Nothing's application is almost as good as those two offerings. You also get nice and easy control over the ANC intensity, the option to choose between various EQ profile, and there's also a low lag option for gaming. However, do keep in mind that this low latency mode only works with the Nothing Phone 1, so there's that. But enough about the casing. How do the buds sound themselves? Well, reading off the spec sheet, the buds come with an 11.6mm driver with custom tuning done by the brand. You also get support for AAC, SBC, and LHDC codecs. Now, in the real world, the Nothing Ear 2 has an exceptionally punchy sound that brings life to pretty much every song that you're listening to. Now, while most truly wireless usually focus on enhancing the bass, the Ear 2 has a far more balanced profile with slightly sparkly highs. You also get nice vocals here, which is evident when listening to tracks like Another Love by Tom Odell. As for the soundstage, my go-to track for testing is Flume's Hyperreal. Now, even with the multiple channels, there is good separation and you're able to enjoy each beat with pleasure. As for bass, it's not overpowered, but it's still very enjoyable, which is evident when listening to tracks like Erase Me by Kid Cudi or instrumental titles like Show Me Your Back. As for mids, Matt Damona's Up All Night is a great song for testing, and the Ear 2 performs way better than its competition. Now, of course, a lot of you guys might be concerned about the noise cancellation feature of the Ear 2. Now, I'll just say this. It's not as powerful as the Sony XM4, nor as comfortable as OnePlus Buds Pro 2. That being said, it's still really good, and ideally it works well against most prominent sounds. With that being said, one slight complaint that I had is that when you put this thing in your ear, it sort of creates a slight vacuum that is kind of uncomfortable when using it for extended sessions. And that in itself is counterproductive because the buds themselves are so lightweight and have such a nice fit that you want to wear them for extended periods of time. But then if you turn on ANC, you're not able to use them for extended periods. So there's that. Even so, I'll still stress on this point. When you want to use it, it's not bad or a deal breaker by any means. It's just that there are more comfortable options that have better ANC out there. But if you're buying it primarily for the audio quality and want to use ANC on the sides, this is a pretty good deal. As for the microphones, you get a trio of mics on each earbud here. In fact, here's a voice sample recorded from the mics of the Nothing Ear 2 itself. You can judge the audio quality for yourself. Now, it's not the most natural sound out there, but to Nothing's credit, it does manage to filter out the background noise pretty well. Now, I'm not saying it will work very well against your big sounds like moving cars or even high-speed winds, but for normal traffic, or especially if you're sitting in a building and your window is placed next to a busy road, these buds will work very well at just filtering out the background noise. And personally, I would any day take a pair of earbuds that is able to just filter out the background noise and ensures that the other person is able to hear me properly, even if it's not my natural sound. Lastly, we have the battery life, which is, well, easily the weakest point of these otherwise amazing Truly Wireless. See, Nothing claims a backup of 6 hours on the buds on a single charge and a combined backup of up to 36 hours with the case. This sounds great, except that all of this goes for a toss when you turn on the ANC. See, without ANC, this number is easily manageable. But when you turn on ANC, the maximum I was able to squeeze from these buds was roughly 4.5 hours. But that was also just once. Mostly I was averaging around the 4-hour mark, which is definitely on the lower side when you compare it with most of its competitors, mostly the Galaxy Buds 2 and the OnePlus Buds Pro. But then again, this might be a concern for you if you rely heavily on ANC. My personal primarily usage was basically using it with ANC off and only at slight durations when I just had to focus when I was working, when I had to turn ANC on. Otherwise, for me, I can just use these buds without ANC and enjoy the amazing sound quality. And then where I am in a busy environment, at that point of time, I can just turn the ANC on for slight minutes. And for that process, the battery life is decent enough for me. Also, when it comes to charging, this thing does support wireless charging. So that's very convenient if you have a phone that supports reverse wireless charging. For instance, of course, the Nothing Phone 1 or pretty much any other flagship Android smartphone out there. Or alternatively, there's USB-C wired charging as well. So the big question, for $150 or rupees 10,000 here in India, are the Nothing Ear 2 buds actually worth it? Honestly, I would say yes. See, apart from the low battery backup and the slightly uncomfortable ANC, the Nothing Ear 2 offers a very well packaged experience, especially that caters to the mainstream audience and not just bass lovers. In fact, to tell you something, these things are going back in my pocket. And that is not something that happens a lot with review units. Mostly when I'm done with the review unit, they just go back into the studio closet. So the fact that these are staying in my pocket is a testament to how much I like them and how good they are. And well, that was it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Also, if you have a bit more money, how about checking out our review for the OnePlus Buds Pro 2 right here? Alternatively, if you're confused between the OnePlus Buds 2 and the Nothing Ear 2, you can check out our detailed comparison over on our website, linked down there in the description box. Till then, this is Varun from GTR, and I'll see you in the next one.